Ah! Nothing like some nice relaxing time in hot springs after a long day of gardening in the park. A lot has happened here since the moss farm was completed. I've added a shed to collect the moss drops above ground. That's a bit neater than having to go underground. The paths have been cleaned up and bushes have been planted next to the walls to break up the grey textures of them a bit. We've also had some guests at the beach. They have been relaxing, built a nice sandcastle, played with a beach ball for a bit and went for a swim, no doubt. They're out at the moment. Maybe they're looking for a place to buy ice cream in the village or something. And we have some nice progress on the dripstone farm below the pond as well, but that's for another episode. Today I want to walk you through the exotic trees that have popped up around Meyerbrooke Park. As you enter the park, you are greeted by my first ever custom tree. During the making this, the tree bug really bit me and I quickly decided this place needed more custom trees. So you could say this tree is the mother of all other trees in the park in a way. I wasn't sure what to name it, but in finding reference images for other trees, I came across one that is just amazing, and then it hit me. I should name this tree Sycamore Weaver. And it kind of fits. The scale, it's probably all wrong, but the wide canopy, the twisted trunk, yeah, it's looking really good. I really like it. Moving further into the park, we are greeted by this chunky tree. This ever tree is strict and fair, and let me tell you, no dog will use this tree to claim their territory. If any of my tamed wolves decide to misbehave, this one is sure to set them straight. That is because this tree is called Cedar Milan. The next tree is a controversial one, at least for the blocks that are used. But after trying a bunch of variations, you just have to say, it works great as a tree bark texture, so I stuck with it. Despite its critics, this tree stands tall and proud and doesn't take nonsense from anybody. It's only fair then to name it after an actor who often portrayed such roles, Burt Reynolds. Every pond needs a good willow tree, and I didn't want this park to be an exception. It hangs over the pond with a satisfying lean, providing shade for the creatures on land as well as in the water. Now, I was going to name this tree Willow Smith after an esteemed actor whose Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reruns have provided a young Jeff with endless hours of comedy on Saturday afternoons. It seemed like a great name, until I learned that Willow Smith is actually the name of Will Smith's daughter, and that'd just make it weird. Brief intermezzo here, Will Smith. Come on, man. Not only are you ruining a perfectly good tree-based pun with your name, but also a couple whose names are Jada and Will naming their children Jaden and Willow. What's up with that? How much more the child of these famous actors do you want their names to be? At least with your last name, they can fall back on the fact that there's about 25 million people called Smith in the US. Anyway. That's my my lukewarm take on the names of children of people that I don't actually know. Let's move on. I have found a suitable replacement when it comes to comedy though. Sadly, he passed away a few years ago. The weeping willow of Meyerbrooke Park will be here for us to remember. Robin Williams. And the last tree is a beast. It is super tall, stands up super straight, and not even the frequent snowstorms of Jeffdorf can disturb that, judging from the snow high up in the tree. By now you'll have spotted a pattern in the naming, and you'll have guessed the name of this tree. Spruce Willis. They also decided to update the map so that it contains the park and the trees, and the result is just stunning. I'm so happy with how this turned out. As with the B building, the level of detail of the build really is reflected on the map, and it shows me how far I've come as a builder already. It makes me proud. So this episode is probably going to out me as the boomer that I am if my shoddy gameplay hasn't already, because without exceptions these references are dated. Still, if you have enjoyed this episode, a like will be much appreciated. Subscribe for more videos like this, and if you have any celebrity name suggestions, put them in the comments. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you next time. Pine Reynolds. I can't believe I didn't think of that before.